do that. It goes just goes blank sometimes. Hello, hello, hello. Ah, okay, I can hear myself. Let me turn this off. Down. Okay. Ah. All right. Here we go. 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 We will see. We will. Oh, I'm about to say where I hear my voice at. Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? Ooh, yeah, yeah. Uh, ooh, mm, 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 mm. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, that's far. I always appreciate the not bad disclaimer. Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. Uh, huh? Oh, should I? Would that help? Yeah, I probably will. Better. Okay. Oh, but can I not see the comments now? Yeah, I can't read that. Ooh, there's something I didn't. Oh, you know what, Amir? Here what I do. Here what I do, Amir. I'm gonna look right here. See if that'll help. Or what I'll do is see if I can do this. If I pop out the chat, nope. I mean, I can see it's just still small. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I can't really, as much as I would like to, see the comments. We got a TV here, but it's just. Oh, if I do this, Amir? Nope, that don't work. The TV is far. I'm gonna just look right here, Amir. I can see on my phone. The TV's far. My LASIK ain't that good. So yeah, I'm gonna just look here. Y'all forgive me. I mean, I can see it a little bit. Hey family, hey fam, what we doing now? Hey, can we please bring back unpopular opinion? All right, it's cool, Amir. Nope. Well, that happens sometimes anyway. So anyway, what we doing? I'm gonna start shooting squadcasts at the office now. I'm trying to use the studio as much as possible, uh, just because the production value is great. I hate shooting in my house because this house, the background just sucks so bad. And here, the team has set up a quality production value uh stage, and I want to use it. Came up here. We just did Married at First Sight with Dr. Viviana, which is gonna be great. So we family meeting, guys. One of you hit me up and like, hey, bring back the dream chats. So today we talking about whatever y'all want to talk about. Today is Melissa and I's Cali-versary. I need to update this really because I ain't gonna hold you. We we moved here. Our first official day was in LA 8 years ago. And at that time we had uh no nothing. I mean, direct deposit wasn't gonna hit on the 15th. We had cashed in our 401ks, had our money saved, our Boeing bonuses, and we was just like, all right, God. And in 8 years to the day, I'm in this studio. And this time last year, we had just moved out of the racism office into our last studio. And if I would have knew edible shit, knew then what I know now, I wouldn't believe God. So anyway, we just chatting with y'all. I'm killing some time before my next shoot. Probably will be here for about an hour. What y'all want to talk about? What's on your mind? Uh, how would you like to spend this time with your boy Kev? I apologize for not being able to get to a bonus episode last week. We were shooting crazy. I actually was looking at my Peloton. I missed a good 10, 12 days of working out last week because in my mind, when I got to shoot, I'm just going to not work out because I'm going to be getting my steps in that way. So I'm challenging myself. I told Melissa, challenging myself to find time to keep with my routine. Really excited about what we're doing right now. We got 3 or 4 new shows about to come out on the app. We got a show with Keisha, show with Angel, 4 more episodes of the challenge show, and an improv show that we worked on. So obviously I use the time wisely, but I'm just really excited. So what was the BET audition that I didn't get? Sure, I'll tell you guys. I don't know what the title of this show is, but it's some sort of clip show, kind of Tosh Point OE show. I literally auditioned in November, December, January, and then in February I found out I didn't get it. So I was just like, just cut me early, man. Just cut me early. Did the Bald and the Beautiful film mukbang this weekend? We did not, although we could have. Marcus and Angel was over with me and Liz yesterday with the kids hanging out. But sometimes we like to just hang out and not work. I don't want our relationship to be always built on work, or every time we get together, we feel like we have to work or shoot content. I just like to be friends with my friends. And yesterday we was just friends. We ordered a whole bunch of crabs and shrimp, seafood, chicken tenders for the kids. We ordered some wings. Tahir's daughter was hanging out with Zay Zay, and Zay had a friend over from school. Kids was on a trampoline. We was just kicking it, man. It's just I don't want our relationship to be like we together. We got to turn the camera on, because then it's just everything becomes work. And that's why there's some shows that I watch that we don't review. There's some stuff that just not work because when it becomes work, it just becomes work. Not necessarily bad. It's just everything is work. And then when everything's work, nothing's fun. So, yesterday we was just hanging out. I know this probably asked a lot, but I'm new to Patreon. When is Here's the Thing live stream on Tuesdays? We usually go live around 8:30 Pacific. If you're new to Patreon, we use Pacific Standard Time, and then you add that to your time. We don't use Eastern Standard Time. We're sick of it. So if you live on the East Coast, you can add because Pacific Standard Time, we always got to subtract 3 or 2 from Central. We usually our call time is 8. We usually go live around 8:30, 8:30 to 10. Then we do the love hour, usually around 10:30 live. The bonus for Here's the Thing is Friday around 11. But this week it's Friday at around 10 because I got to do something for Instagram on Friday. How do we know when Tony Baker going to be on the comedy show? The flyer. He'll be on the flyer if he's going to be on there. How has your relationship with other comedians outside your circle changed, expanded as your brand has grown, the studio has been built, seeing more and more new faces? Great question, Adam. Uh, One thing that's important to me for the app, keep your distance, and everything I do is to introduce new people to the world. Um, it's easily could be me, Tony, to hear an angel and Melissa, but I can't, even if I could, I don't want to build a brand or the Kevin on Stage Studios app that's just me. It's too important to our community. It's too important to our creators to just be my friends' place to have fun. I think the only way we can, well, let me take that back. It's not the only way. I'm sure the app could be successful with just shows with us four and not starring other people, but it's important to me that other people have a chance to have their shot. It's probably the most important thing. The reason we're on so much early is because I want people who bought in to be like, okay, this is great. This is, I came for Kev and the squad. Um, so we're here. You'll see me and Angel on the podcast. You see us on the challenge show, on the improv show. But I also want to sprinkle in from the beginning. So you'll see on the improv show, every shoot, I have new talent, men and women. That's one of the things I'm doing is scrolling through there. Even on the Explain This with me and Tahir, new talent. Keisha has a show. Angel has a show. We're looking at new creators and developing their shows in the future. But yeah, my role is expanding. People are hitting me up like, I want to get on Keep Your Distance, and for the most part, as long as I can or as much as I can, I'm obliging that because this is more than just me. It's more than just my home squad. It's for Black creators. In the future, when we have more money and more resources, it'll expand beyond our current circle of people in LA. But that takes a lot more money to develop and license things. It's a lot. And to be honest, we're just starting out. If you see these panels, oh, Amir, I wanted a different color. I didn't want to. Can you change it? There's a button there on the ground. I wanted the white. Is Tony still here? Yeah, I want the white. I don't mind the purple, but I just also don't want it. But anyway, that's very important to me that we are a place where other creators can have a chance to grow and develop. And yeah, Tony, cycle me through, man. Let me see what the white looked like. I totally forgot that until I just looked up. Me and JoJo used purple yesterday because it was Agatha all along. Oh, I like that blue too. Oh, the black looks cool. Uh, I like that blue. I like that blue. The red is too ready. It's sensual. It's moody. The blue is vibrant. Let me see. Do we have white or do we don't have white? Okay, right now blue's in the running. I love the blue. It's kind of Honolulu blue. It's kind of like Detroit Lions blue. The black is hey man, what's going on there? A little party, a little orgy. Okay, that's gonna cause a seizure. It does. Yellow's cool too. Uh, that kind of just doesn't let you know that the background's there. Yeah, let's just stick with the blue. Yeah, I like the blue. Yeah, that's the color I was looking for. That is bright. I love that. That's bright. Yeah, let's stick with that. I'm a sucker for bright. I'm a sucker for bright. Yeah. Yeah. By the way, guys, you don't know this is Tony Valentino. He directs a lot of our stuff. Me and Tony both have the Cisco outfits because Amani bought, I believe, large and extra large. Okay, so I got the 2X. Tony got the extra large. We love it. Tony be wearing these pants. He had the pants on before. No, it's too much together. It's too much together. But I kept my outfit too. Somebody said, "How can I be an investor in Kevin on Stage before it IPOs?" You can't at this moment. It's not really part of our business plan to allow investors. It's just I worked in a startup before. The more investors you have, the more people you answer to. And generally, my fear is investors want returns fast. That either means, and in our business, it would be subscribers. I'm gonna give you X amount of dollars, and in return, I want to make my money back. And you're gonna have to do whatever you got to do to get subscribers. Usually mean you got to take on more capital, create, market, promote, all that stuff, which is fine. But in my previous company, what ends up happening a lot of times is you do stuff uh that you don't really want to do to meet those numbers. And a lot of that stuff isn't sustainable and it isn't really great. So, like, for example, at All Def, we did all this stuff to get these subscribers. And like on Facebook, for example, we did all these memes and we got to 4 million subscribers or fans. But them people really didn't engage with us. They just liked the memes, but you couldn't like build a business with them. So my point always is, same thing with Bill with Kev on stage. I'd rather you take your time before you subscribe. But once you come, you stay. Uh Obviously, if I'm running out of money, it ain't I'm not completely opposed to it. But boy, if I could build this with the people and not have to take no outside capital, I would be ecstatic. IPO is initial public offering. For those of you who don't know, and that's how people become millionaires. You go public, sell stock. Facebook, all the people who had stock in Facebook early become rich. Can your fans who own businesses run ads with you? Possibly. To be quite honest, the issue with that is we have a very small team. And in order to do that, you have to have a formula and some processes that can allow you to do that. We tried that before, but to be honest, guys, we were just overran with the requests. And there was, it was just me, Melissa, my brother trying to manage it. And we added it to everything else we had. And it was too much. And it wasn't the fans' fault. It was just like, whew, this is a lot. So eventually that'll be part of the thing. We can sell ad space and make commercials within our own programming, baby. We be rocking and rolling. Uh, will you do another KYD bundle? Uh, I don't know. We're actually going to be testing out a new thing, right? One of the big issues with Keep Your Distance is people share the link a lot. I mean, a lot. They just buy it, and we know if you watch a fight, I buy the fight, and people who are at my house come watch it. That we expect. But what happens is people buy the show and then they just share the link. So we have a new company that we're thinking about switching to where the link only works for one person. So if y'all come over, y'all can watch it. But if you ain't over, you're gonna have to buy it for yourself and watch it. And that's kind of hard to do in a bundle with this company. So we don't have a crazy amount of fans, but we're a small company, man. We need people to if y'all gonna buy it, we need y'all. And this is not to y'all because I doubt Patreon people are doing this, but it's like, bro, we are not Game of Thrones. Like we need all our stuff. The bootleg someone else. Like, and I get the value of bootlegging in the community, but man, you bootleg us, it'd be like, bro, we little. We little. So it helps the comedians, it helps the subscribers, but business wise, I'll be like, bro. And there's an upside to that. Like Tyler Perry, I found out about him because he was bootlegged like crazy, right? People would burn his CD who was watching it at Aunt's mom's house. Probably the first 4 or 5 things I saw Tyler Perry was bootleg plays. But I mean, shoot. Then I went and bought tickets, and you can't bootleg the movies as easy. So, it's a lot. Chaz Thomas says, how can vendors send you free merch? You can't, Chaz. And here's why. It's too much mail. It's too much mail. I purposely do not have a P.O. box because it's too much. People want to send you free shirts, wear my stuff, and I get it. I know. I like to buy, this is somebody's merch. I like to buy people's merch and wear it so you can wear it. But if I just said, here's my P.O. box, it would just be another thing I have to do. I got enough packages with just Melissa buying stuff. I can't add people sending me their shirts. It's a whole process. Tabitha Brown does that, but she has a whole process and time, and that's part of her thing. I cannot do. I don't have the time, the space, the wherewithal. It's just a lot. And I know I want to help, but I realize there's limits to my help. I can't do everything. I do as much as I possibly can. But if I just said, here's my P.O. box, it would just be, now I got to go check it and I got to unbox all these things and wear it and find out who to tag. And then if I don't like your shirt, I gotta lie. And I ain't even really like it, but here, go anyway. I cannot do. I cannot do. And at this time of my life, I'm realizing I cannot do everything I cannot do. So I do not do. I do what I can, but the other stuff I cannot and I do not. I be buying stuff too, Emily, but I don't buy it as much as this. But yeah, this is somebody's shirt, but I don't know who it is. Tahir gave it to me. Can we pitch ideas for shows, podcasts? Great question. Not at this time, and I'm gonna tell you why. One, at this time, we ain't even able to make no shows. There takes a lot of money to do it. There's a lot of money to develop. While I'm on the subject, please do not send your ideas to us unannounced. Please do not cold pitch your stuff into emails for your protection and ours. We already have a lot of ideas in development. You send your thing to an email box, nobody checks it. We make a show that you think is like your show. Now you mad at us, but all of our emails say Kevin on Stage Studios to not accept unsolicited pitches. And I get it. I know what it's like. I did my fair share of that. But you're gonna be mad. But if you send it to me and we was already making a show, you ain't gonna have no claim because I done said do not send. Do not send your unsolicited shows or ideas. Eventually, we will have a pitch process, which will mean you have to have a manager or agent or lawyer or someone who can say, and we also have to have a formula, not a formula, but like a thing where I can take your pitch, review it, and formally accept or pass or tell you we have something in development like that. So please, 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 please. Some people are finding the email to the app and just sending their pitch. Do not do because now I got to delete it without looking at it. And you might have the world's greatest idea. And if you had waited to the time, we might have made it. But because you send unsolicited, I can't even open it. So we just delete those emails. And now I never heard it, never seen it, never saw it. So please, please, please do not do, do not do, do not do. But the development process is very expensive. And as you can see, this office looks amazing because we're building our office out by phases. But we also got to make content and make this into a sound stage that's all great and sounds great. So to add the development process on top of that, everything we're doing is that we probably are a year or two away from that. And y'all, like, this is a long-term plan. I want y'all to know, long-term plan. Remember back to Netflix, 2013 when me and Melissa moved here. Netflix was just getting into original content. All they had was House of Cards and then Orange is the New Black. The rest was old stuff. Now look at them now. But that was all a process. So we're gonna take our time. We're gonna start with our stuff, and then we're gonna go outside creators in LA who we know and trust. And then we're gonna go, okay, creators outside of LA who we may not know or trust, but you know they connected. And then later down the line, we're gonna be like, okay, this is how people come in. But you gotta have money because to develop something means I gotta pay. And that's another thing. I'm gonna have to pay you because you know, Kev on Stage Studio, we're not trying to make stuff for free. And I know people say, no, you can make it for free. You can't, because then if it's a hit, you're gonna be pissed. It's all good if it don't work out. But if it does, you're gonna be pissed. You don't want to be pissed. I don't want you to be pissed. So that's years away. I just want to be honest with y'all up front. That's years away because you got to have money and lawyers and time and space. Right now, we couldn't even shoot nothing because of all the stuff we shooting of our own. Okay, I love you. I do. Do you have an estimated day schedule for the shows yet? Great question, Nana. Basically, I do. I'm going to pull it up. So we're kind of building this. Basically, the day shows air right now, when that show finishes, another show will take its place. So you can expect new Kev on Stage Studios content. Oh no, what? Oh, okay, here it is. You can expect it. Let me go to March. On Sundays, right now you have the Keep Your Distance Challenge show. After that, another show will air. On Mondays, you'll have something new. Keep your Keon's All Stars is airing. When that finishes on the 8th, you'll see Angel Show on the 15th. On Thursdays, right now, Keep Your Distance. When that ends, another show. I believe that doesn't start until April. On Fridays or Saturdays, the bonus of Here's the Thing, just depending on scheduling. So yeah, and that's it. On Sundays and Mondays and Thursdays and Fridays. And our programming calendar is just to keep those airing, fill up those slots, and then shoot, 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 shoot. Okay, now we got something going that Monday slot, something going that Thursday slot, something going that Sunday slot. You know, and just keep switching those shows out. So this lull, not really lull. Things are airing, but we had Keon's show, which was airing, but some of it aired on YouTube. Part of that was because of COVID. We were supposed to be shooting in January, but if you don't know, the LA cases in the beginning of January were through the roof. So Angel show got pushed back, the improv show got pushed back, this got pushed back. So we aired basically reruns, like most networks do. We aired reruns until the cases went down and we could shoot again. So that's kind of how that will work. Yes, okay. What else y'all talking about? Uh would I be willing to share the phase development plan with stage crew? What do you mean, The Office? I'm not technically opposed, but ain't nothing but some green screen. I mean, some not green screen blueprints. The plan is to actually make video content, and we're working on that now. So stay tuned. Closed captions will be real good. Yes, we are working on that. The issue is, in order to do that, you basically got to be ahead on the process. So, um, again, because of Corona in January, we hadn't been ahead. We hadn't had a chance to be ahead. So in February, we shot crazy. In March, we'll shoot crazy. If we can get ahead shooting, then we can get ahead editing. When you're ahead editing, you can add closed captions. When you're not, you basically are shooting and editing and then just enough time to air it. But because we're a small company, we got to have processes for everything. And if you want to add closed captions, you got to be done earlier. And we're still figuring that out. Lunel said, I never asked her to do what? Keep your distance? I don't know, Lunel. Where Lunel said that at? Who said Lunel said that? Where's Lunel said that? Where? Keisha's show is gonna the movie review part of her show is gonna start airing on Wednesday. The actual show, the one we shot, will start airing on April 11th. Black Card off layaway. Where Lunel said that at? Gary Owens podcast? Really? How I get in contact with Lunel? I'm finna DM her. Shoot, I love Lunel. I'm DMing her right now. I'm DMing her and I'm emailing you. Emailing her. Shoot, because sometimes people don't check their email, their DM, but they check their email. Shoot. Ain't said nothing but a word. All right. Shoot. I'm in. I'm in for that. You feel me? All right. I just sent it. I just DM'd her and emailed her. All right. What else is up? I love hanging out with y'all like this, man. It's the best. I'm sorry we couldn't get to the bonus last week, but y'all know we were shooting for 7 hours and we were shooting every doggone day. Any new series? Yes. I just scroll back and you'll see. Unpopular opinion. Meh. I don't want it to just be okay. I started getting pitches from people and their unpopular opinions were veering into like either ridiculous or they just didn't believe it or they were just like it was a shock value thing. And I don't want people to be making up things they don't really believe to just be on unpopular opinion. Creatively, I didn't feel like there was so many unpopular ones that were out there. There was some desire for the show to come back. I'm not over it. I just they were just waning, and I was just like, ah, nah. If I did, I'd like to be able to shoot it back physically like we had, especially here when this is all outfitted. I'd love to do that. But I don't be liking I'd rather do the Seinfeld approach of leaving something good other than just keep doing it and dragging it into the ground. And because there's a lot of other things I'm excited about creatively, I never want to go back and milk a dead horse and beat a cow just to make something happen. You know what I'm saying? Am I hiring? No. No, 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 no. We not hire. We just hired. Cam's in here. He got hired. We got a couple people on payroll. Y'all got to understand. Everybody want a job. We got to pay people then. Everybody want a job, but that means people got to be paid. If you learn about burn rate, that is how much your company, which Kevin State Studios is a startup for all intents and purposes. Burn rate is basically how much money do you spend every month, right? We got five. How many full-time employees we got? One, probably 4 or 5 just for Kev on Stage Studios. It doesn't include Josh or other people who work for me or with me, Greg, my manager fees. Uh, we don't know what the app's stabilization number is. You got a lot of people who paid yearly, right? Which is great. But what does our worst month look like? How much money is that? We got to base our payroll off of our worst month. What do we get if we get 3 bad months in a row? If we just keep hiring and hiring people, we'll get too big too fast. And if the app can't pay for them, that means I got to go in my pocket, and I don't want to do that because I want to keep this. So obviously, like I said, the extra money I make, keep your distance, Patreon, that's the first supplemental income. But if that's gone, then I got to personally pay for it. And a way to fight against that is to keep it small. So what we do now, when we hire somebody, we want to make sure that person is maxed out beyond belief. And when they can't do nothing else and we know we can cover that salary, then we can bring somebody else on. So that's why, look, I basically do social media for the app. And it was hard for a minute there because I was shooting. So now I'm back on my treadmill. That's what I do. When I get on the treadmill for an hour and a half, when a new show airs, I go and cut a promo for that show. Would I love to hire a social media person? Yes, but that's what, 50 grand, 75 grand? I don't know, depending on if you want somebody good. If you get an intern, you might be able to get them for 30 or 40 or remotely. But then the less they know, the more work I then have to do to teach them how to pull clips. So am I really saving my own time? If I got to teach you what to get and got to double check, triple check, now I'm paying you, but then just doing the work for you? Well, no. So right now, what I'm going to do when a new episode airs, I'm going to go and I'm going to cut a piece out and post it myself. Now, in the future, of course, we're going to have enough money to have a whole social media team. But y'all, I want Amir, Cam, turn the light off real quick. Turn this light off. Boom. Now turn it back on, Cam. I'm trying to make sure the lights can stay on first. Before I go hiring people, let me make sure the lights can stay on, the cards can be paid for, the hard drives is hard, and the stuff works. Big Irish Jay up in here. What up, Jason? By the way, I told Jay, I called him. I told him he ain't gonna be on Ask a Black Doctor because I do not want a whole bunch of people to see Big Irish Jay, not know the premise of the show, cut a piece out with him asking a question about the Black community, post it on Twitter, and then fry him up. What is this white man doing? Talking? Listen, it's a Black conversation with a Black people and Black doctor. Don't do my boy like that. I'm not finna. I know how the internet is, especially with this vaccine. Now, Black people have a hesitant relationship with the medical community. I'm not finna throw Jay under the bus. I don't want him to be out here because that's my worst case scenario. Somebody on Twitter see that Jay ask a question, he make a joke, and now they frying my boy up. Y'all will get it. And if it was just staying on Patreon, I probably would. But everybody, I know this is going public. I said, bro, don't do my boy like that. Don't do my boy. Uh, what else? Why is Aska not on the app? We wanted the app to have pristine production value. Aska, the first season was just in my old house. Um, and then the pandemic, we were just kind of getting through on Zoom, and it's already on YouTube. And it doesn't like some stuff is on YouTube and the app, but usually that stuff has high production value. I do want people who don't know me to come to the app and see, okay, this is nice. These everything on here looks good. It don't look low quality. Y'all will get it. If you're a fan of mine, you get it. And you want the stuff easy to find. Like explain this. That's on the app now, but that production quality is there. So I feel like it warrants that. But if you never heard of me and you hear about me from a podcast and you go check it out and you see that, you're like, oh, this app ain't number them shooting that house. Black people don't do that stuff. And this is why I buy a black shirt and it's gilding and then the shirt shrunk. And that's why you can't support black owned business. And I, you know what I'm saying? My baby mom got me on child support. Now you wouldn't pay $5 and I don't like it. Now I don't want to go through all that. So I'd rather the app only have things that look amazing as we grow, because I'm always thinking about the first customer, their first experience when they go search and they poke around. What's their poke around look like? What does that look like? Oh, there's a lot of content. It all looks good. Okay, let me decide on buying. Uh, but yeah, some of them are cut off on YouTube, but that's a Patreon thing. I'm not really tripping about that. But as we increase production value, like now that I'm shooting here, you know what I'm saying? Cam and Amir, they behind the camera, they got this set up amazing. I mean, this looks amazing. It sounds amazing. I'd be proud of this. Now, if I zoom somebody in, now I'm like, even though this is Zoom, the production quality is there. And that's my thing for when you're developing a new product, you are always auditioning for the person who doesn't know you. And I want that first experience to be like, okay, I didn't know why. I want people to be like, this thing ain't gonna be nothing. Oh, that's my best thing. Because all I was talking about this, we talked about this in our company meeting. We don't even have money for marketing. All of our marketing is our content. We don't have money for commercials and billboards or even put us on podcasts. So all we have is the content. Our marketing budget is our content budget. We are our own marketing machine. And that first swipe through, that scroll and look around, that's it. And if you see a whole bunch of stuff that don't look quality, you out of there. When you getting to hear a new camera? This Tahir been killing me, so that's why I'm in here now. Because his stuff looked amazing. But to be honest, I hate the way my house is set up. And he had a better lens. Because what happens, Cam and Amir set up Tahir, and that's how they screwed me over. They gave Tahir the good stuff, and they didn't tell me nothing. And I think Josh gave me a wide lens, and Tahir has a long lens, don't he, Cam? It's a little bit longer in the depth of field. It looks better behind it. And then he actually has a nice background in his house. I got that stupid closet or a freaking barn door. And I was like, this just is ugly. And now I have the best setup. How dare he outdo me? Will there be another person to ask questions on Aska? No, just me. Just me and the Black Doctor. Will I ever allow Patreon to access the Jackie Hill interview again? Girl, no. I'm not going down the road with that style of stuff. Those communities. Listen, I'm sticking to digitized Black Boy Joy. I went into that area. I said, oh, vitriol. Where was my business at? Let me just go ahead. Let me grab my purse. I'm just going to go ahead and go tiptoe on out of here. Y'all not finna be dragging me on a random Thursday. Shoot, nope. I say, listen, man, there's a place for that. There are people for that. Smarter than me. You, what? There's plenty of things that people gonna be upset about me. I'd rather you be upset about me for a joke. I'm here to make Busta Rhymes videos, y'all. I'm not here to be on panels. And somebody asked me to do Kev, can you come on? We love this series. You come on and defend the faith and argue. What? No, I'm not finna do argue. I don't want to do that, y'all. I was interested in it until they came from my head. They was writing articles about me. I said, oh, no, not necessary. It is not necessary for me to put myself at risk. I already read all the negative comments. I'm not going to invite them. Y'all argue amongst yourselves. They told me to mind my business. That's what somebody on Twitter in that community, they was like, Kev, how about you mind your business? I said, you know what? You absolutely right. Let me mind my business. I still read books. I still watch the conversations and read articles. I'm going to leave that to the professionals. I'm a professional, silly person. That's what I am. Now, obviously, it's something that affects my community. I'm always going to speak up for Black issues and things like that. But I'm not about to willingly go into a community and circle that has a whole bunch of rules and people and stuff that I'm not aware of and just put myself at risk for vitriol. I did not like it. I was in therapy telling my therapist, I said, they called me everything. They talked about me so cold. I said, dog, people, I invited people who didn't like me. I just gave them something to talk about. And if you're mad, not that you said you're mad, but there's a lot of Christian people, and you don't love God, and you can feel that way. And you can feel that way because you wasn't answering them emails, you wasn't looking at them DMs, you wasn't getting hit up on every social media platform. Listen, y'all, if people wake up with a reason to be mad every day, I don't want it to be me. Let me just go back to my jokes and focus on silliness and digital Black joy. And I'll leave that to the professionals because, bruh, no. No. I am a comedian. I'm not finna bit up here and do, because the thing is, the community's right. What you got to do is understand. And I was really interested in Theological Thursdays until I wasn't. No. You remember on Friday when Debo asked, you want some too, old man? No. That's my answer to that conversation and those conversations. God bless everybody involved, but no, I'm going back to my car. We're going back over here to make some people laugh. All I want to do is make people laugh and introduce you to new musical artists. That's it. I want to take my shirt off, let my stomach jiggle, make people be laughing. Nope. That's my answer to that. I love y'all. I appreciate it. I know these conversations are necessary and all that, but not me. You better follow the theologians, follow the scholars and the scholarly. Yeah, it ain't gonna be kept on stage. I know that. I know. No. I also, yes, Jamila. Jamila's sister. Oh, man, I can find this comment. See if I can find this comment. Hold on. Where Jamila said this. This is me. We prefer the conversations where you can talk about butts. Yes, this is me. Y'all, when you're finished with those conversations and you say, whew, that was intense, come over here where we talk about butts. Okay? You done watched Fred Hampton movie, Judas and the Black Messiah, and you can't sleep, and you're like, oh, I'm so upset. I need something funny and light with Black people to counteract the harsh stories. Come over to Kev on Stage Studios. Okay? I ain't gonna hold you. We're not gonna be telling a lot of them sad stories. They deserve to be told. And people deserve to learn. And there's a place for them. Not our place. We are the place when you be like, man, I just want something funny, some light. I just want to have a good time. That's us. Come on over. That's us. We just want to have a good time. We're here for a good time, not a long time. That's us. You ain't gonna hurt me. You ain't gonna hurt my feelings. Shoot. All right, what else y'all want to talk about, man? I love hanging out with y'all. Isaiah Jace, happy birthday, man. Any advice for someone who wants to start a podcast, a YouTube series? Serial. You want some true advice? You want the real advice? Huh? Be prepared to do 100 episodes and all them video views and listens be under 100. Can you do that? Can you stick with it for 100 episodes weekly or however your cadence? The biggest thing is I read a stat, 70%, I just made that part up, but a lot of podcasts don't make it past 7 episodes. Are you willing to do 100 that are great, but nobody sees them? Are you willing to wait to build your audience? Or are you going to see big podcasts and their numbers and be like, I can't do it because I ain't getting those numbers? Can you do 100 straight, no matter what? If you can do that, start your podcast. Also, now look at my equipment. This is pristine, top of the line. I am in my 8th year in LA, my 10th or 9th year in YouTube, and I just got top of the line gear. I mean, just now with everything I do, just got these cameras. If you've been following, you know we was on iPhones forever. It really wasn't until I met Brendan, Tony, and Cam and Transit Team and Amir that I had like, okay, you see the doggone music videos that I'm doing now? That's Transit in them. Y'all know me, I ain't have that ability. I don't even know how Tony did that stuff. When I see the stuff, I'll be like, dang, I can't do that stuff. But people take that part of me and they apply it to their year one. You want to see year one? Go watch them doggone Playmakers videos, how to shout in a black church and how to stuff black parents do. Where me and Jay and Ant was in there with that grainy camera, putting it on a tripod from Best Buy, and taking that card out and editing it. Them first videos on Kev on Stage where I was using the laptop facing cam. Bruh, people always want to get the top of the line gear as if that's gonna make you. You could have the most top of the line red camera, Black Magic, Shure SM7s, and if nobody's watching, it don't matter. So focus on the content and the quality of the content before you. And I ain't gonna hold you. This is my personal opinion. Sorry. It came out. I wasn't ready. I'm sorry. I'm glad Cameron and Amir ain't got the headphones on. A lot of times I think people do this. You've seen the movie Collateral. Jamie Foxx, he had the postcard. I'm going to get my business together, but first I got to get the limos and I got to get the licenses and I got to get the insurance requirements. And when I get all that, and then one day I'm going to start. You know what you're doing? You planning yourself out of ever starting. You want to hear the truth? We talking real now. You planning yourself out of ever start. You think somehow the camera equipment and the microphones and the studio space will validate you enough, but the truth is you scared. Because I done told you a million times, you can shoot a doggone whole podcast on an iPhone or Android. Anchor, FM. Matter of fact, that's what I'm going to do, Cam. I'm going to put some of my stuff out and teach people. You don't need all that stuff. But the truth is, you tell yourself, I got to get that stuff because you're scared to do it the easy way. Because then if it don't work, you know what you can say? Well, if I had the better equipment, it might work. And guess what? It still might not work. You want to be honest? You want the truth? Most of y'all is scared to do it on the low budget because then if it don't work, you ain't going to have no other excuse. That's the truth, guys. I know it when I recognize it. People asking me so they can say, I ain't got the money for that. But if I did, I sure would, and I would have it. And what? I got to give me a Red and a Sony can. I got to give me $1,200. And I'm sure saving for that, you know. Now you don't need all that stuff. I was doing everything with the iPhone, and you can get an iPhone. Don't lie to me. I know you can. You can get a little cell phone camera. Cam, hand me this thing right here. No, the tripod. You can get this. This is $10. Best Buy, Amazon. This is $10. Most of Kev on Stage Studios, most of Kev on Stage since 2014, when I had a DSLR. I had a DSLR, but I realized I was putting my iPhone on top of the camera because it was just easier to edit this way. Matter of fact, I should be doing this. I can see the comments right here, Cam. Why I ain't did that? Most of my entire business was made just like this. Less than $50 with my phone. I already have Android, Apple. I just upgraded my production value this last year all the way. That's the truth. Roof. Everything is in there. This is all you really need, but people think they need all of that. It's not true, guys. It's never been more untrue than right now. It's all right here, guys. And I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I know it. I recognize the excuses. You know, I recognize the excuses. I do them in weight loss. If I ain't have kids, if I could do this, I go to the gym. The truth of the matter is, I don't want to work out and I want to eat whatever I want. And that's why I look this way. That's the truth. I can lie. I can say whatever. I have the means. I have the time. I just don't want to. I feel better when I buy a workout program. I feel bad when I don't use it. I feel good when I eat Chick-fil-A. I feel bad when I eat kale. That's the bottom line. I recognize the excuses because when it comes to doggone eating right and working out, I am you. Bottom line is I don't have the discipline in that area. That's the truth. And the bottom line is most people don't have the discipline in this area. They see them views and they suck and they be like, never mind. I had to build Kev on Stage Studios or Kev on Stage, the page, when the Playmakers was getting million views. You know why I did it? Because I liked it. I just did it. And them videos wasn't getting no views. But I was willing to make 100. And they all got under 100 views. And then one them viral and they went, oh, then now you get about 150. Then something else go viral. Oh, now you get about 500. But this took doggone 8 years. It's been 8 years just in LA, y'all. Come on, what you talking? All right. What else? I don't want to stay on this subject. I'm hot. Please ask Josh to make a video of the equipment he uses so people leave me alone. No, I'm not asking him. Because they're just going, Josh got top of the line equipment. You want to know the truth? The camera's $1,200. The lens is $200 or $300. You have $1,500 with just the camera. HDMI cord, another $50, $60. Josh's whole setup is like $2,000. No, I'm not making that. Because guess what? It don't matter if you have that or not. I'm sorry, Cam. You can shoot. To be honest, you want to know the honest truth? Y'all saw when we switched over from iPhones to Blackmagic cameras and Josh couldn't quite figure out the color grade. Them doggone Blackmagic cameras are expensive, but they shoot flat, which means they're shot basic with no vibrancy in color because they're designed for you to adjust the color manually in the editing process. The doggone iPhone, if it don't do nothing else, it's going to shoot you clear and clarity. It's because it's designed for regular people to use it. So they take all that hard work out of you. The doggone thing sounds great. Me and JoJo shot our podcast on his thing forever. So no, do 100 episodes on your iPhone first. Now I'm upset. Switch the subjects, y'all. How will content creators from Africa get their content on your app? I don't know. It's going to take some time. Who got us yelled at? I don't know where that came from. I'm sorry. Switch the subject. Would you and Angel have guests on Here's the Thing after COVID? You know, I don't, outside of like Cisco, I just like to vibe with me and Angel. Man. It's me, Angel, and Joshy. I mean, we might have a guest, but I would only probably do them for a segment. A lot of times you have guests and they don't be the right vibe. Then people don't actually like the episode and I don't really be proud of it. I'm okay. We got guests on other shows. Here's the thing. I just like with Angel and Josh. I ain't eating nothing. I'm just making a lot of sound with my mouth. When it's safe, will you go on tour again? I'm actually looking at that now. Right now, things are trending well. If all goes well, I probably would go out this late fall because I miss it. I love being on stage. I probably will get hopefully vaccinated before then, or numbers are very low. But to answer your question, it is my hope that I can go out this year. I miss y'all. I miss stand up live, and I would love to be able to do it. Yes, I'm caught up on WandaVision. I did. Me and JoJo talked about it yesterday. When are you going to collab with Pat and Tahir on DIYS? Actually, they asked me, but I was shooting here this week. So in the next couple weeks or something. Would I consider bringing game back with couples game night? We need taboo and couples. I would. Will you ever allow tours of the new soundstage? No, man. I don't want people coming over to my job. It's a safety issue too. I don't be liking people to know where I'm at. Because once they do a tour, they pull up and now I got to pay for security. I was already thinking about that, Cam. Yeah, I'm at work, man. You want people to just come up to your job, be like, hey, man, what you doing at work, man? Leave me alone. I done seen you guys drone tours. Watch that. You got a tour. You got a tour. I'm at work, y'all. I want to be safe. I really don't want nobody to know where it is unless you're shooting here. When we're as big as Warner Brothers and you could come safely and look around, but you ain't never really going close enough to none of the people, then we'll do tours. Tyler Perry Studios, when I doggone buy an Army airfield, tours all around. But this place, you ain't finna pull up on me and be like, Kev, let me get a picture. Man, you might have the vid. Yeah. Oh, someone walked into Philip DeFranco studio when he was shooting. See, man, I don't need all that. Have you and Angel thought about adding specific segments to Here's the Thing? I thought about it, but honestly, guys, that's a- I don't want to produce no more. I don't want to. Y'all just let me find topics. To do segments weekly means you got to think of them and produce them. I like just scrolling the internet, taking screenshots of interesting stuff and putting it in the docket. Anything else, I would have to do more work. I don't want to, guys. Don't ask me nothing. I just like I just want it to flow, y'all. Don't make me do nothing else, please. Please, guys. Please, please don't make me do nothing else, please, please. It's so hard. Uh, what else y'all want to know? What we talking about? Cam, do you know that video we made with Melissa? Do you have it? No, no, the thing where we was talking about the app and stuff. Could you send it to me? I am hungry. I should get something to eat before I shoot this next thing. Can we get the here's the thing at the beginning and end of the show? The reason I don't do it at the beginning again is because if you are new to the show, the more stuff that you have to see or listen to that's not the show, the less of a chance of you becoming a fan. You got to listen to a song and what's up? Oh, you need to quit. Is it on there? Okay. If you got to listen to an intro song and this and that, then you're like, man, I just not gonna do that. So that's why I always put stuff at the end because I'm always thinking of if you finding it on Facebook, the quicker I get into it, the quicker we get into the topic, the better chance I have of gaining a new viewer. Intro things like that are good, but you're fighting for someone's time. So I like to get to the point as quickly as possible. And we already do banger, 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 like Andrea said. So yeah. Who did the Here's the Thing song? It was Darius Dixon. Will there be a Keep Your Distance tour? Unlikely. Um, uh, possible. I'd love a brand as strong as Def Jam or Comic View where you could tour it or Wildin' Out, where you could tour it without the people. But to be honest, the main draw is me pushing it a million times. I don't think I could put some, 3, 4 comedians you don't know, and the Keep Your Distance brand is strong enough for it to sell out enough by itself. So I would love to do that, but that's unlikely. What about Roland Martin, kids? I've seen Roland Martin a lot. What is the question about Roland Martin? The 4 for 4, I don't know if we'll do it. I talked about this a little earlier, but we're trying to cut down on link sharing, and we're doing a new company that will help with that. But they don't. It's like you do one or two things. I can do the 4 for 4 the way we do, but I know sales continue to drop because people don't buy and they share more. And that's not the only reason, but I know it's definitely happened because we be having a lot more video views on the doggone YouTube link than people who bought the tickets. And I know some people are watching twice, but there's a lot of unique viewers. So I know it's getting bootlegged. And I mean, like, shoot, I get it. It's people's job to bootleg. And as a creator, it's my job to make it hard to bootleg. So I don't know if we'll be able to do that. Will I feature new black artists on Keep Your Distance? Oh, you talking about music? We talked about that. To be honest, I want to, but it kind of comes down to a bandwidth issue. In order to do that, we got to pay people to shoot it and edit it and do all that. So possibly, but we're shooting so much stuff that it gets hard to do it all, if that makes sense. And I love y'all, but man, it's tough. Man, I should have got something to eat. I really should have. Have I talked about how they talked about me on Roland Martin? Listen, I just followed the woman. I don't know her name. Does anybody know her actual name? I got her Twitter name. Her name is Black Women with Views or Black Women Views Media. But does anybody know her actual name? Reese Colbert? Okay, Reese Colbert. Listen, what she said about the app was so true. I didn't feel bad about not being nominated for NAACP Image Award. Obviously, I'd be happy to, but I'm well aware that we're small. The fact that she championed us was great. I love that. It was very validating and made me feel great about myself. Um, I felt fantastic about it. Uh, so yeah, it was great. I love it. I love it. And Roland is doing a similar thing. He owns his own network. He puts it out himself, and we on that. What's the feedback so far on your Will Smith show? They loved it. People seem to like it. It doesn't perform as well as Will Smith stuff because you're on Will Smith's Instagram. You came to see Will Smith, or you came to see short form content. But listen, you really can't speak to me because I'm on Will's Instagram once a week. So the fact that I even read your comment is like I really shouldn't even be doing that because I'm just talking to common people who are not on Will's Instagram. How do you feel about reaching these heights after years of hard work from Periscope to owning a whole studio? uh, honestly, I know people don't believe me when I say this, but I don't really think of it like that. I'm working on that. I am. I just think about the next thing that I got to do, and that's all. That's all I do. Hold on one second. I need to ask Greg if he wants something to eat. Y'all hungry, Cam? I'm finna order lunch. Y'all want anything? Chipotle? You want some? All right. I'm not gonna be able to. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not gonna make it the whole episode if I don't eat. All right. Hold on, y'all. Let me order this food so I can have enough energy to do the next thing I gotta do. Burrito bowl, sofritos, black bean. Hmm. Cauliflower rice. How dare you? Oh, guacamole, fajita veggies, and queso blanco, roasted chili con salsa. Mhm. And chips. I want some chips. Yeah, I want some chips. I want some chips. Yeah, I want some chips. There's the chips by themselves. You can't buy chips without guac. Oh, there you go. Chips. All right, man. Here you go, Amir. And just pass it around to everybody who's in here if they want some food. Of course. All right. What else y'all want to talk about? Move to Black Hollywood in Georgia. I get this a lot. No. This is a 5-year lease. My children's friends are here. JoJo's in soccer. Zay loves his school. There's a 5-year lease here, and we got 5 years left. We got the other office that has a 5-year lease. We have 4 years left. Um, we have. I got a house here. I live here. No. Okay. I'm not talking about moving. No, I told Angel not to move. Tony to here. Y'all, well, let's just all stay here. Let's just stay here and make it happen. So yeah. Can we get a Patreon Q&A instead of a bonus on Friday? Nah. I'm gonna tell you why. A lot of times people who aren't as active, they want the show the way it is. And I like to deliver the content version. And I promise the app people, that's a show that's gonna air on the app. And I know this Patreon is here. That's why I do these things. but I like to give people the show that they paid for, basically. Cam, can you hit that new comments button on the mouse so the comments will continue to scroll? There you go. How did I allow myself to get pulled into the beef with Keon and Marcus? It's Greg's fault, really. And this part wasn't on camera, but we were at my house and Greg was like, "Man, Kev, sometimes I feel like Marcus is my brother-in-law." And I took offense to that. I took that personally. So when Keon was like, "Yo, I got a video to make towards Marcus and Greg," I was like, "Yes." But it was really directed more towards Greg than Marcus. But, I had to, Marcus had to catch a stray. But then they hit us back, and then I was just like, I got too many beefs going on. I gotta get out of here. I got Jonathan McReynolds, I got John P. Key, I got now Marcus and Greg. It's just too many beefs. Too many beefs. So now Marcus doggone boxed me in. Thank you. Who else is here? Yeah, ask everybody who's here if they want something. I shouldn't get a drink, but man, if I can't hold y'all, I definitely want. Oh, I'm gonna give me a Pellegrino. I'm gonna give me a little Pellegrino. I'm gonna give me a couple Pellegrinos. But I want a soda. But I already worked out this morning, and I don't want to undo my stuff because I got to get my act together. I was tripping in February. I was tripping. I wasn't beefing with John. Everybody good? All right. I wasn't beefing with John P. Key. He took Jonathan McReynolds' side, and I didn't even deserve that really. So yeah. Restock and keep your distance shirts. It's a great question. Cat gets so mad at me about the merch. Here's the bottom line. Merch is a whole business. I often don't want to deal with it. That's why I'd be like, make a lot of shirts, sell them, hush. This is me talking to myself. Make some shirts, sell them, hush. In theory, I'd probably make more money if I had a whole merch business or hired somebody to do it. But I have just accepted that it is not my lot in life to be amazing at everything. So I'll sell merch. When the Lord speaks to me, I'll give you the best design I have. But the restocks and inventory and all that stuff, managing it and managing an app and doing all the podcast stuff, to be honest, guys, I can't do it all. Some things I just prioritize over others. When the idea strikes, I'll be like, merch, merch, merch. Then it'll be done, and then I'll be done. So that's really just the bottom line. Melissa's killing in merch right now, and all that money comes to the same account. So I'll be like, bro, we doing all right. Shoot, it ain't gonna hurt me. So yeah. Game night, possibly come back. But honestly, the reason I'm not doing those things is because I'm making new shows for the app. So I'm not really interested in making a lot of dope or shows that are not going on the app or stuff I've already done. If the shows were killing, I'd continue to do them. Game night only really stopped because of the pandemic. Will you ever bring my brother on to talk about how far we come? Oh, we've come this far by faith, leaning on the Lord. Sure. How do you choose the comics for Keep Your Distance? Most of it now is by comics recommendations. Comics who do the show will be like, yo, this person should do the show or wants to do the show, and they'll connect me that way. So most of it's by word of mouth now. Am I still working out? I did work out this morning. February, I had a tough month. I ain't gonna hold you. Kev, did you notice everybody doing their version of Kev on everything? Yes. I mean, it's my version of Kev on everything is my version of Dirty Jobs. So that idea is just it ain't that original. And I don't hold on to no ideas. Everything's just a version of everything, guys. Star Wars: A New Hope, Star Wars, Force Awakens. It is literally a New Hope with new people. They literally were like, what do we make the same three movies in 30 years later? There's hardly any new ideas. TMZ, the ESPN shows, it's all the same ideas. The only real difference is the talent. Once The Office came out, they did Parks and Rec and Community. Everybody was doing a mockumentary style show. And then it ran out. And then Real World came out, and pretty much doggone every reality show is a descendant of the Real World, and with one tweak. So there's very few completely original, groundbreaking ideas in any genre of media. So I don't really take that to heart. Uh yeah, my shoulder sucks, Crystal, and I don't want to hear about it. Everybody tells me I need to get surgery. I know. I know. I'm scared. Okay? I'm scared. I'm not going to do until I absolutely have to. Is that the right thing? No. But guess what? It's what I'm doing, and I don't care. Ain't nothing you can do to make me go into surgery. I don't want to get cut. I don't want to have to recover. I don't want to do physical therapy. I would rather have a broken shoulder sometimes. I don't care. Is that wise? No. Is it getting worse by the day? Yes. Is this dumb? Yes. Has everybody in my life told me? Yes. Am I being dumb? Mm-hmm. I know all these things, and I'm still doing it. I don't want to get cut. I don't want to have somebody be like, all right, Kev, give me 3 more. Ah, ah, I'm used to pain. I'm 37. Some days I wake up, my knee hurts, my foot hurts, all the stuff hurts. That's just life. I'm not doing it. Improv show coming out in April. Better to do it now since you don't have the pressure of traveling for shows. You're right. You're absolutely right. And guess what? Still not doing it. I can justify this a million different ways. I can't because I got to shoot a show. I want to have a sling on. I've been doing this. I have needed surgery on my shoulder since my freshman year of college, since I've known. You know when I was a freshman in college? 2001. I'm going on my 20th year of pushing this shoulder surgery back. You think I've been doing this for a long time, baby. I've been pushing this thing back for 20 years, literally. 21, I went in, doctor said, we're going to have to hack he used the word hack too, which really, you probably shouldn't have said that to me. He said, we're going to have to hack your shoulder here. You're not going to be able to drive. I was driving stick at the time. That's how I got to school. Driving a stick, at least to the bus stop. And then I got the bus. Hack your shoulder here and here. Refix it. It's going to take 6 months. I was like, nope. So yes, it sucks. And that's why it doesn't really take much to hurt it. Like on the football episode, you can see I barely even hit Spice. It takes less and less energy exerted to hurt it. When I fell down the stairs last year, really did a number on me. It was actually dislocated and stuck out for the first time forever, but nah. What am I watching nowadays? Schitt's Creek is the newest show that I'm like not binging, but I'm watching. WandaVision is my favorite show. I'm actually very, very sad. This is the last episode. Cam, you don't think that we talked about this? It's over after this, huh? Yeah, you think there's no it can't be a season two. Right. This is spoiler alert. Now the post-credit scene with that Vision body that they had, I said, "Oh, y'all finna bring Vision back. You finna fuse him." Right. I know. But it looks like this whole thing was Vision is too big of a thing. But you know, comics, they be bringing people back from the dead all the time. Yeah, like, man, we like him. Right. Superman was dead until they needed him again. And then, what? We ain't make a billion? Bring Superman back. Shoot. But yeah, WandaVision is my favorite thing. Low key, the one thing that sucks about being a good father is I really would watch WandaVision at midnight on Thursday, but I told my kids we'll watch it together. But then they got to go to school. So we can't watch it till like 2 or 3 o'clock when they get out of school. And by then, I've just tried to hopefully avoid the doggone spoilers. But I got to go on Twitter to get my video idea, and it's just a lot. And I'm watching Snowfall. All right. I'm gonna go because I gotta go to the bathroom before I do my next shoot. I'm about to do Squadcast. So I love y'all. I'm gonna probably do this more. I'm gonna be up at the studio. Actually, what they're gonna do, we're gonna build my office to be a shootable space, so I don't have to come in here because I want the same thing. I want the depth. I want a background. I want the light and all that stuff. Because we gonna get our money's worth out of this here. You understand me? This ain't nothing but 15, 20 from my house. It's beautifully shot in here. So y'all stay tuned. All high production value. Until then, I love you. God bless you. God keep you. We'll see you at the conference.